Hello everyone. So today I bring you another amazing opportunity to migrate abroad. My channel is all about good news. It's all about opportunities. It's all about ways you can move abroad to study, to work, or to live. So on my channel, all I do is to bring the best opportunities for you, regardless of your situation, your academic qualification, your work experience, your occupation, your budget. There is something for everybody. And you would agree with me that, everybody's case is different, everyone's situation is different. And that is why I try as much as possible to, bring different kinds of opportunities here, opportunities to migrate as a nurse, to migrate as a carer, as an IT professional, as a farmer, as a hairstylist, as a carpenter, welder, opportunities for study, to do your undergraduate programs, your master's programs, your PhD programs, wherever you are in life and you want to relocate, you want to migrate abroad. On my channel, you're going to find tons and tons of resources that is going to help you. So today's video is another one of such opportunities, and this is to volunteer in Europe, right? So moving to Europe as a volunteer is an amazing way, to make it into Europe and to settle. So on this pathway, you can actually settle in an amazing European country. And one amazing thing about this is that the visa is free. No visa fees. You're getting a free visa to this country to take up volunteer work. And you can land your new country in 3 months from today if you take action. All right. So in this video, I'm going to give you all the information you need, who can apply, the eligibility criteria, the documents you need, and every information that is going to help you, to move down to this country as a volunteer. And you don't need work experience for this. Did I mention that? You don't need work experience for this pathway. There is no experience, no degree, no Ielts, all those factors that people are scared of, or those factors that hinder a lot of people from migrating. So on this pathway, you don't need a university degree, you don't need work experience, and you don't need to write any English language proficiency exam, right? So you're free of all those requirements. It's quite low requirements and all. So I can't wait to share this with you. But before then, I want to shout out to anyone that is watching me for the first time. My name is Jackie, and you're welcome to my channel. I hope you do like it here. Do subscribe so you can be seeing more videos like this that will help you to migrate abroad. And you can also turn on the post notification. I think that is very important because when I share opportunities, right, people rush them and they could fill out real fast. You would agree with me that immigration programs don't last forever. They come up and they go. What was the best pathway in 2022 is no longer the best pathway in 2023. And even pathways that were open this year are closed as we speak. So things are ever changing. So turning on the post notification is very important. So once I post a video, you'll get to see it, and then you can just watch it immediately and take advantage as soon as possible if the opportunity is for you. All right. And to my returning subscribers, what would I do without you? Thank you so much for all the support. Thanks for always coming back to watch my videos. I truly appreciate it. And if you're watching this video and you feel like you need, personal guidance on how to migrate abroad, I have room for that. So you can book a one-on-one consultation with me and we'll get to talk over a call. If you check the pinned comment of this video, you're going to find a link where you can click to book a session. And you're also going to find the link in the description box below as well. So, or you send me an email and we get to fix, the appointment, or you send me a DM on Instagram. It's that easy. So there are 3 ways of reaching me. Check out the link in the description box and in the pinned comment, or send me an email or a DM on Instagram. I look forward to speaking with you. It's always a pleasure helping people to achieve their relocation goals, whether they want to travel for study, for work, or any other pathway. Pathways are so many. All right, so let's get into this one. How do you move to Europe as a volunteer, right? So volunteer work is unpaid work, basically. So if you have a heart for giving back, to humanity, then this is for you. So the country I want to talk about in this video is for Denmark. Denmark is this super amazing country in the European Union, in the Schengen zone, one of the best countries in terms of quality of life in Europe, and so many amazing things. I've done videos about Denmark, other pathways and all of that. So you can actually see all those other videos to get to know more about Denmark, because I I always talk extensively about the country that I want to talk about. So you can check out a playlist about Denmark to just see the other videos I've done, other pathways and all of that. So if you don't want to go as a volunteer, there's something else for you right there, okay? So let me just quickly tell you what this whole thing is about, right? So Denmark actually has a volunteer visa, right? So you'll be working in Denmark as a volunteer. As a volunteer, you are doing voluntary work, unpaid work of a social or humanitarian character, yeah? So it's not unpaid work in anything. So you can't go and say, oh, you're doing unpaid work as a mechanic, or a carpenter. It has to be of social or humanitarian character. And to apply for this visa, you need to be between the age of 18 to 30, all right? So it's for really young people that are ready to explore. So if you're within the ages of 18 to 30, then this is for you. And like I said, the visa fees is free. Like the Danish government is there is no application fee from the Danish government for this. It's a free visa, right? It's a free visa, and that's so amazing. And the processing time for this is 3 months, right? So in 3 months, you get your visa and you move down to the country. So you don't necessarily need sponsorship work for this, but you do need a job offer. So when you get the volunteering job, then you apply for the visa. So you don't exactly need visa sponsorship, like it is for other kinds of work visas. So let's see the conditions for this visa, right? It's not for everybody, obviously. I've talked about the age limit. You must be between the ages of 18 and 30, to be granted this permit. You must not have turned 31 years old at the time of application. So if you're 30 plus, but you've not turned 31, you can apply for this, all right? And so let's talk about the character and extent of your work. Your work in Denmark should be of benefit to frail or marginalized people, and it should contribute to the Danish society. The work can also be with children and young people where you're responsible for activities, instruction, or for acting as a role model. As a volunteer, you must participate in full-time activities, right? So this is not just a part-time thing you're going to be doing by the side and all of that, okay? So you're working full-time in an unpaid work, right? So I just need to stress that it is an unpaid work. They are not going to be paying you a salary, right? But most of the volunteer jobs would give you free accommodation, they'll give you free meals, and they do give stipends, right? But it's not like called salary, right? So they're actually going to take care of you completely. Your housing, your feeding, everything you need will be provided for you. Actually, that is how those things work, ideally. So can you move with your family on this? No, you can't move with your family. You have to go alone for this. So let's say you have a partner, right? You want to go with. Both of you can apply separately. Husband applies, wife applies, and you both move down together. But you cannot apply for dependents, right? There is no room for that on the volunteer visa. So how long can you stay in Denmark on this visa, you may be wondering? So you can be granted a residence permit for a period you are employed as a volunteer. However, the period cannot be longer than 18 months. So you have at most 18 months to be on this visa. And the good thing about this is that while you're in Denmark, obviously, you can transfer to something more permanent that is allowed. So that is something you can do. And another amazing thing about this, right? So since Denmark is in the Schengen zone, you can travel with your work permit, the work permit you're going to be given for this your volunteer work. You can use that to travel to the over 20 countries that are in the Schengen zone, right? So you can travel to Germany, France, Italy, Portugal, Austria, Iceland, all of them while you're on this visa. You're permitted to do that. So that is really amazing. So how to apply? There's a website. I'm going to drop this link in the description box where you can just go and see, exactly where to apply. So the documents you need for this, let's start with documents, right? So you need a copy of all the pages of your passport, including the empty pages from the front to the back cover. Everything needs to be copied. And then a documentation from the volunteering organization describing your work task as a volunteer, yeah? So they need to document everything you're going to be you're doing for them, and then the agreement between you and the organization on what you are to receive from the organization. Example, pocket money, food, and accommodation. So you can see that it's allowed for them to give you pocket money, right? You're allowed to get stipends, but they don't exactly call it a salary. So it's not going to be like, okay, minimum wage or anything like that, right? But it's amazing because they are going to provide accommodation, feeding, and everything. So you don't really need to spend money on your upkeep. They are taking care of you 100%. So it's good. And then you need a documentation of health insurance if you're staying for less than 3 months. But I do believe that, you'll be doing more than 3 months. So that documentation will not be needed. And then you need documentation of liability of insurance. You can buy insurance, there are so many places you can get travel insurance online. And then documentation of your ability to support yourself financially if applicable. So why it's written if applicable is because the organization, right, that is hiring you can step in to say they are going to support you. And in that case, you're not going to be needing proof of funds. But if the company is not covering your expenses, then you may need proof of funds. And the proof of funds for this is about 6,500 Danish krona per month, which is approximately $900 per month. So you will need to show at least $900 a month for the number of months you plan to stay in Denmark. So if you're applying for a 6 months, for example, that will be $900 times 6 that you need to show proof in your bank account. But that is if the organization is not going to handle your expenses, which most times that they do handle that. That is how it works. Okay, so to apply, right, you complete the application form, and this is really easy. It's online, and then you submit your application, then you do your biometrics, and then you receive your visa and travel down to the country. Remember, it takes about 3 months to get a decision on your visa. So if you start today, then you can be in Denmark in 3 months. Getting a job as a volunteer is not hectic at all. You can go online and search for jobs. There are so many of them. Just Google volunteer jobs in Denmark and you're going to see them. So let me show you an example of one right here. So this is a volunteering job. Make a difference for the homeless and the mentally vulnerable. So this falls under the criteria for the Danish volunteer visa. Yeah. So let me just go straight to what they're looking for. Who are you? You are passionate about helping socially disadvantaged citizens to have a meaningful everyday life. You are good at listening and meet the employees at eye level. You are at least 18 years old. Obviously, the visa is for people within the ages of 18 to 30. And then you can commit to taking a minimum of 2 shifts per month, lasting approximately 4 hours. As a volunteer, you get a lot back, the joy of making a difference. You become part of a community. And then you also get statements about your competencies for the CV. All right. So this is really great. So that is what, it looks like. So you can go online and look for these jobs, and there are so many of them. So you apply for these jobs, and when they take you on, then you apply for the free visa to Denmark. All right. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. Do you need like a video to show you volunteer jobs you can apply for? Or do you need more? Just let me know what you think and what your needs are, so I can be doing videos that will be of benefit to you. Also, let me know which country you're watching from as well. So when I do my videos, I can take into consideration pathways, that are for your country of residence. All right. If you like this information, then give the video a thumbs up, give the video a like. It does help the channel. And also subscribe to the channel so you can be seeing more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching this to the end. My name is Jackie, and I will see you in my next video.